Welcome back, everybody, to episode number 30 in our Oxygen Not Included series. We're going to start off today by sending out some rockets and checking the status of some of the rockets that we have just sent out. First one is our Hope 6 rocket here. Let's check out our crew to make sure that's right. We have Tyler set up, so let's make it so that Tyler is the only one allowed in the rocket. And while he is getting on board, we're going to check a destination. This is an exploration rocket, which we currently have 2 of. Our first one, the Calypso, is headed over to this tile. We're going to map out this section. So we are going to send this rocket. We want to go, actually, let's just send it here first. That way we can come up along this whole line and get that whole thing. So we'll just send it there. We're ready for that. Let's check our interior. We need to make sure our pilot is on board. So it's gonna take a couple minutes. While we wait for him, I'm gonna show you a couple things I did in here. All the rockets now have a little bit of an upgrade. I put in the duplicate motion sensor in all of them, and it goes into a buffer gate. So anytime a duplicate passes through, it turns on this gas pump for 200 seconds. We may change that timing, but that pumps out the gas, which means that the gas cycles oxygen into here and any other gases out. Okay. Tyler, I want you to unequip your suit. And now we're all set here. We have plenty of food, we have plenty of rad pills, plenty of oxygen, so we can send this rocket off. Let's launch it. Okay, so now while that one's launching, let's take a look at our star map. So I mentioned we have this rocket doing exploration. We're now launching the new one, the Hope 6, to also do exploration. This rocket is our mining rocket, so we're just using it to mine this gilded asteroid field for now. On our... Oh, it's overpressure because of the gas. Okay. The last rocket we have is this one here, and it is the Kalpana. The Kalpana is our rocket that we have set up with the Trailblazer module and the orbital cargo module so that we can use it to drop duplicates off onto planetoids that we have never been to so we can build rocket platforms. We're also going to use it as our rocket that is going to land on other planetoids while we get bases set up. And so what we're going to want to do is, just like the other rockets I had started to add, I'm going to put in a couple of extra storage bins. Oops, that is not going to work. And these storage bins we're going to load up with a few materials. This rocket we're specifically going to be sending to Mumial, and it's going to land here, and the duplicate's going to live out of the module for a period while we handle things. I may need to work on building a docking station so that the duplicate will put on his Atmos suit and take it off while going into the rocket. That's something to think about. But what we're going to do first is we're going to mine up some area here and build a stable for us to put the gassy moos in. And we're going to have to figure out how to wrangle a gassy moo. A couple things we need to do, because they're all up in space here. But first thing we're going to do is just get a habitat for them. So they eat the gas grass, and they need to have air pressure, and they need to have light. So what we want to build is a stable that has a roof that's made of glass so the light can get in, I think. And we are going to have the gas grass growing inside, and then they'll be able to eat the gas grass. And our station will tame them. That's the plan. But so what we need is a duplicate here that has everything he needs to live and has the ability to dig through hard rock, because some of this is hard rock. So we're going to go back to our main colony, and we're going to look at our skills. So which duplicate do we have in here for now? I don't think we have a pilot set up for this rocket yet at all. Oh no, we have Garfield. So let's check out Garfield's skills. Garfield is right here. I think that if we're going to use him, we should probably do some scrubbing because we don't need him to be a researcher. And we don't need him with the exosuit. So let's do that first. So let's go to our main base. We have a skill scrubber in here somewhere. And we're going to send Garfield into it. And we're going to get his skills scrubbed so that we can get him just the skill points that we need. So that's going to take a few minutes for him to get down here and get that done. And we'll come back once we have the skills set up the way we want them to be. Our Hope 6 rocket that's exploring got to here. We're going to change its destination, head all the way out to the outer rim. Which means it's going to... We have 29 tiles left. It's going to take another 8 to get there. We'll have 21 to do some exploration before we head back home. We did get Garfield to have his skills reset, and we set him up so that he has rocketry, which means he can pilot the rocket. He has... I mean, technically he just needs astronomy for that, but rocket piloting 2 gives an extra 2 in piloting, which is fine. And we have him set up for super duper hard digging, which means he'll be able to mine everything that we need on the colony he's going to. I don't think we need anything else, but he also has a lot of points that he can use. His morale is dropped because he hasn't picked up his daily stuff, but he'll be fine. He has lots of skill points to deal with, or morale points to deal with. Inside here, I have set this bin to hold some steel and this one to hold some glass. So once those get stockpiled, we will be able to head out. I think that's actually going to be enough. What we need, we only need enough to have a few glass tiles to be put above where the gas grass is, and so doing that with glass, let's see, it's only 100 per, so right now we have enough to do 5 window tiles. That'll be enough. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go here and we're going to set this to crew only, and then we're gonna quick make a check just to make sure we have everything we need. So we have food, we have radiation pills, we have a little bit of steel, some glass, plenty of oxygen for our dude here. He'll be able to use the bathroom while he's in space because we have water. So we have this basically set up that he can survive 100 days in space, which means he'll be able to survive 100 cycles on the new asteroid when we send him there as well, which is all good. So now we just need him to get on here, and then we will be able to launch. Let's change our destination a while. We are going to be sending him over to Mumial. We'll put him in orbit, and we can bring him down manually when we're ready. So we're just waiting for Garfield to make his way into the rocket so that we can get him all set up. So we want to unequip his suit. Other thing I want to check is, and I have been a bad habit to not do this, but I want to check to make sure that he is set to be able to eat while he's in space. Okay, so he is. So all of our pilots now are set so that they can eat the berry sludge, and they're all set so that they can use radiation pills. And they should be the only ones able to do that, which they are. So now this rocket is ready to go. Let's go to the colony. We're going to pick this rocket, and we're going to launch it. That means all of our rockets are currently in work. So while we do that, I am going to build a new rocket platform. Let me see. I need to actually change that ladder. So the next rocket platform would be here. And this rocket platform is just going to be one where I can start working on designing a new Spacefarer launcher. So I'm going to build the rocket, and I'll build it because I want to do some designing to see if I can't come up with a better way to make their little habitat that fits more things into it. That's what I'm going to work on while I have my rockets off doing things. So we'll work on that, and we will keep checking in as we have progress with our 4 astronauts who are doing our work out in space. We are ready for our rocket to land on Mumial. As you can see, I had all of our cargo that we had in our cargo bays deploy on entry. Let's land our rocket. It means we have a bunch of steel and things inside there that we can unpack. Comes our rocket. Curious to see how much effect steam's going to have on here. It's going to cause some of this chlorine and stuff to turn into gas, I think. Oh no, I forgot to put his suit on. Garfield, yeah. Couldn't remember which astronaut I had here. You interior, you. Garfield. Let's go. Priority 9. Not too bad. Gonna cause an issue, but not too bad. He'll survive. Okay. So the issue is the. Let's check out Mumial's statistics on the star map. So Mumial has 80,000 peak lux compared to 40,000 here. So that's why we end up with things like sunburn debuffs and stuff like that for our duplicates. We also get twice the amount of cosmic radiation. So we definitely do not want to have too much exposure if we can avoid it. But we absolutely have to have him out here doing some work. So I have queued up some digging here. I'm going to dig off the top of this, and we're going to get started on working out what we want to build. We're going to dig this mostly to get it removed so that we can build our stable area, but also we need some of the resources here in order to build, like the igneous rock. So let me check in. What's this guy doing in? Coming out. Fortunately, we got some scalding going on, so he's going to have some problems. Suffering from heat stroke. So hopefully that passes pretty quickly while he sleeps and things like that. What I want to design is I want to make it so that the Spacefarer module has a atmosphere checkpoint to make it so that when our duplicates go in and out, they automatically put in or take off of exosuits and put them back on. I think I can get that all worked out, but I'm not quite sure if I can fit everything in with still keeping our morale that we need. So set some of these to get rid of them. But so we have successfully landed our rocket, which means that our duplicate can do his work in here. The problem is like I said, with him not having the suit on and off, we'll have to manually be putting this suit on, and there's no way to refill it. We're going to have some issues with that. So I think what I want to do is make it so that there's a way that we have an atmosuit checkpoint inside this rocket, so that way he takes off the suit, puts it in a dock, and maybe we can even have a way to refill it using the filtration system. And then that way he has some oxygen that he can take out to work with. And that's what we're going to be designing with the new Spacefarer module that we're working on. Okay, before you go back outside again, we'll reassign you. And there we go. So now put your suit on. Are you gonna do it? Yeah, he's picking it up. Okay, good. So now he can go back outside. So this is just kind of like an experimental run for him to go through and see what we can get done here. Definitely getting it set up so that that Atmos suit is automatic in some ways important. The question is, are we going to be able to fit it into the Spacefarer module, or do we need to build some kind of docking bay for our rocket platforms on the other planetoids so that when they come out, they do it? We shall see. So for now, I want to have him clean all that and empty this storage. Now we can actually start building some things. The main thing we want to focus on is we want to get a critter drop off in here. And we need to get a station. We can put that, we can put it just like this. And then we want to get a door so that we can turn this into a room. We'll put some tiles like this. And then we have 5 tiles of gas grass. We're going to put window tiles using our glass that we brought with us. And then we'll put a few more tiles. I think we'll do it like that, and we'll put another door. Mechanized one. And then the last thing we need to do is put in a couple of these. And then we need to figure out how we're going to trap our gassy moose. So we need an airborne critter bait. I think if I just put that right up here, we'll be fine. Hopefully that means we'll catch our gassy moo. And then we want to have a ladder that goes like this. So those are all the things we want to build for right now. Last thing, let's dig this one little piece of rock out. So if Garfield can get all that done, that would be awesome. We're actually going to dig out at least to here because we want to be able to expose the light for this gas grass to get the gas grass growing. And I think that right now the reason we're losing pressure is because of this. So what we need to do is also put a door here so that we can trap this gas inside and let it build back up. Eventually, if we can manage to get the gassy moos inside and they can eat the gas grass, they will release our natural gas, which will allow us to fill this room up from them. But I think once we have this built and we can get down in here, we can dig a couple blocks and allow all of this pressurized gas, because we have a decent amount of pressure right here, to come up and fill up this room. So I'm going to let him do his thing here, get down our critter bait. Hopefully we'll catch a gassy moo, which means we can put him in here. One thing I just realized is Garfield also will have to have at least this skill, which is fine. We can handle that. His morale's high enough. It's going to take a while to finish all this construction. I think we're going to have some issues with his suit, though, because he's going to start having problems breathing because we don't have any way to refill our suit. So in our next run to Planetoid, we definitely need to set it up so that there's some way to fill his suit with oxygen when it's not being used. He's going back inside. Let's check our interior. He's going to go to the bathroom and do his thing, so let's unequip his suit. How much is left in that? Just 37%. Oh, he wasn't going to the bathroom. Yeah, see, that's why this is such a big problem. Come back in and get your suit, buddy, before you die. Okay, so back out on Mumial. seriously? Are you going back in now to... Oh no, you're just grabbing stuff. Let's set this one and this one to high priority. I want to start making sure we don't have our gas escaping. He's holding his breath, which is not a problem, which is not a good thing. That means his suit's completely out of oxygen. Alright, I think what we're going to do is I'm going to have him finish up these two doors, and we'll get him back inside, and lock him inside the rocket for a while he gets some healing going on. Okay, he's doing his downtime thing. I'm going to keep babysitting him a little bit, and then we'll get those doors done, and then I'm going to put him in here and just let him heal up a little bit before we continue doing much of anything else. Been struggling to try to get this built with this that we have, and I have just realized that we just have too many problems that we're dealing with. So we're going to have to come back and redo this. He has his suit on. I'm going to go and set this rocket to crew only, which will make him go inside and stay there. Oh yeah, it can't load any cargo because there's no way to get up to it. That's fine. Let's look inside here. Get Garfield to take his suit off. I'm going to actually send this rocket back home. And we're going to work on, while it's traveling, we're going to work on redesigning a new Spacefarer module that has some kind of system built in for the exosuit, so you can go in and out. The other thing is that I was thinking these payloads had steel in them. I unloaded the igneous rock. I didn't have any steel saved inside these cargo modules. So even if I open all these up, they're not going to have steel in them. So we aren't going to have the steel we need. So I need to go get some more steel from our base. So it's going to take some time. So we'll work on that more in the next episode. For now, let's just check in on our rockets that are out here exploring. We have this one. We need to change its destination. We're going to hit this question mark up before we head back with that one. Where else did we send a rocket? We have one sitting right here. We discovered a metallic field here that has copper, obsidian, and iron. Useful, but not anything we need at the moment. So let's see. We have... I want to check out... Oops. This rocket has... How many tiles remaining? 19 tiles remaining. And it is 11 from home. I think if I come down here, we're going to use up... Let's go to here, and then we'll come across here and back down. And then we're going to go to Mumiol. This rocket's ready. Our pilot's on board. We're going to change the destination for this one. Go back into orbit on our main colony. And then we're going to acknowledge our warnings and launch. So we have a little more work designing our Spacefarer module to get it so that it works for all of our needs. But we did make some progress today, and we're getting there. I put down this critter bait, but it doesn't seem to be attracting the gassy moose, so we may need to figure something else out. I wonder if I have the food down here growing, if they'll come down to try to get to it, which might help. But we'll work on that in the next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.